Visakha Dharmadasa from Sri Lanka, heading the Association of War-Affected Women. From what I know, the feminist foreign policy means it's a very important area, especially looking at the policy with with a gender lens, not only a gender lens, it's more ethical, it's an ethical imperative to how the foreign policy is done. So that's what I believe, really looking at very justified, and the approach will be more peaceful. The issue is, I think, also the notion, the terminology. Now, we do know very well that some terminologies is accepted much more than in the global north, than in global south. Our values may be, we have histories of 10,000, 20,000 years of learning is passed to us. But our expression, our limits of expression or styles of expressions are very different between families, between each other. So this is why, like, I believe, because it's the just thing to do, it's the right thing to do, it is very compatible with all our religions. This terminology may be putting countries, this is a women's thing. So, like, we don't accept it in that way. Though our women are worshipped day and night as goddesses. Right? So, I think it's the term. It's not the content, but it is the term. And we always have to be very crafty and intelligent and creative to craft it, to create it, the term, which is palatable to our areas. So that's exactly what has to be done. If the security, the definition of security, as we see it, making the enemy secure so that the enemy will not be an enemy anymore, if the United Nations, if that can be the world order, then things will move in that direction. You don't have to worry. You put a door in your house because you think someone will come and take and go. If you know that others also have, and you don't have to worry about that, then you don't really have to those doors. So security is just like a door. The Westphalian system, which is the German, birth in Germany, I believe that particular system was for peace. It was for bringing everybody. It's also looking at an ethical, in a new world order of peace. But the thing is, when you look at the new world order of peace and you think that you are right, the others are wrong, and you're going to make them right according to what you do, that's exactly what I see the hindsight of this whole thing. But the whole intention, being a Buddhist, we are always told it's your intention. It's not your what do you call, your action, but your intention is what has to be right. If you killed someone with a good intention, then it won't be a murder. Which is also the common law is based on, it becomes the second, third degree murder because of your intention. So though this system was born with lots of deliberation to make a proper world order, but then who are you, or who are you all to tell about that to the others? Now that is the question. So I don't believe that we really have to turn everything around. We really have to break everything and start anew or something, or go on a very different direction. It's a matter of making people understand. COVID is a very good time for people to understand that whether you believe or not, there are forces which are much more powerful, much more stronger than us. And we are incapable of really defeating them unless you learn to live with them, unless you be very creative of finding solution. But all the nuclear weapons in the world couldn't really fight this very small, which is not even visible virus, the COVID virus. So that, I think, a very good time for us to look and understand. But as human beings, it takes also a lot for us to sit down and think about that. So what I believe is it's exactly, this is everything, the whole feminist foreign policy, everything based on equality. If we can treat each other equal, who are the closest to us? You know, your mother, your father, your wife, your husband, your children. So for me, again, we can start from our families, but for countries also to look at it, look at justice, look at how can you have a just rule. We say always the kings, their first and foremost thing was to rule in a justifiable manner. So if we really look at from our histories, we can take it. That was the foremost thing for a king, that how you rule, it has to be just. So that's exactly, I think, what we have to do. It's not really going back or really taking, going in the sense like going upside down, but taking the correct path.